All right, so we are back, and I am in Arizona still training for my fight on January 18th, Misfits 20, but we got some breaking news, and quite frankly, I don't know what to make of it because it impacts me, it may impact you guys and the entirety of the card. Tommy Fury has pulled out of his fight with Darren Till. We're going to take the fighter mentality out for a second, get back into W.A.D.E concept boxing commentator mode. What just happened? This is absolutely ridiculous, and we have to go over it. The breakdown, let's go. So this morning I am in bed after a hard day of training yesterday and the day before that and the day before that and the day before that. As you can see, your boy's working. And yes, I have seen online the videos of myself filmed by BJ Flores and critiqued by all of you. One of the things I wanted to do in this fight was see how the other side of the equation looked from where I'm usually the person critiquing fighters' techniques and things like that. I don't do that as much anymore, but I did do that for a very long time in the influencer scene. Now I have you guys doing it to me online. And I must say, you know, listen, there's constructive criticism everywhere. No one's trying to be an asshole about it. Well, there are some people. But I can definitely see why fighters would get upset about things. So it's another teachable moment for me. But I wake up and I see this message going around, I guess, from Tommy Fury's Instagram. So let's read it together and listen to how absolutely embarrassing the reason, not the pullout itself, because pullouts happen in fights all the time. In fact, I don't know that this is going to be the only one, quite frankly, that pulls out of this card. But the reason for this is absolutely embarrassing for Tommy Fury. He writes, "I can't believe I'm writing this, but I am now not fighting Darren Till on January 18th, 2025. First off, that first sentence, I don't even know how to what do you mean you can't believe you're writing it? Is he saying he can't believe it because of what he has to say to explain why he's pulling out? Or I don't know. It's just, what do you mean you can't believe it? You're the one doing the unbelievable thing here. As he goes on, for the one simple reason being that Darren has stated over and over that he does not want to abide by professional boxing rules, and that if he's put losing, which is really his grip on reality. I think he meant to say losing the fight, he will resort to kicking and other stupid MMA tactics. None of that kicking or other stupid stuff MMA fighters do, huh? Yeah, because Darren Till is gonna pull out a submission. He's gonna guillotine you. I'm a professional boxer. I have been out of the ring for over a year, and I wanted this to be a great boxing fight for the fans. Boxing in all caps, because he's trying to reinforce a narrative that no one believes, but apparently him. And I don't even believe he believes that. I have wasted weeks in training camp. We are working hard to find a new opponent and date, which tells me he is completely done fighting on January 18th as a main eventer. I mean, he's not talking about just a new opponent. He's talking about a whole new date, which is a massive blow to the card. I'm not gonna lie. That's awful. But anyway, we keep going. He says, I promise to get a better opponent and a better fight for you guys. Good news around the corner. So, okay. That whole thing is, in my opinion, absolute, utter bullshit. Tommy Fury is in no way, shape, or form not fighting Darren Till because he's afraid that Darren Till is going to kick him. This is the same Tommy Fury that sat right in front of you guys multiple times and showed you that he may potentially throw elbows at KSI. That's the guy. Do we not remember the footage? Do we not remember the words specifically? And also, how many times have we heard MMA fighters come over and say, well, I'm going to kick you, or I'm going to elbow you, or I'm going to try to grapple with you or guillotine you or whatever. Nate Diaz said it to Jake Paul and actually did a little funny bit in the ring. You didn't see Jake Paul go, well, there's no way I'm fighting Nate Diaz. He's threatened to put me in a submission. What? Dylan Dennis told Logan Paul he was going to submit him. He was going to start doing MMA, or he was going to start grappling with him in the ring, and actually tried to. And Logan didn't say, no, that's too far. We're not fighting. Tyron Woodley picked Jake Paul up and dumped him in the ring, straight up grappling. You didn't see Jake go, you know what? That's too far. I'm out of here. It's over. There would be so many lawsuits. There'd be so many contractual restrictions on doing anything of the sort, that doing so in a ring for Darren Till, who, I mean, I don't really know his financial situation, but clearly wants to take this fight for the amount of money it would gain him, would absolutely ruin any chance of him ever getting paid. This is the most asinine reason, and no one believes it. Tommy doesn't believe it, and I have to think this is some sort of play for Tommy to maybe parlay this offer into another fight. He's done this multiple times before, where he's pitted Mams, Taylor, and Misfits against, Nikisa and MVP or whoever to try to get a better offer. I have a feeling this is what's happening again. And honestly, I don't even think it's probably as much Tommy as it is Tommy going along with the wishes of his management and potentially Big John Fury. But here's the thing. I don't know that Jake Paul is super interested in Tommy Fury right now. With all the news going around, and today Canelo talking about how, he might want some revenge on Jake Paul for the Mike Tyson situation. I'm not saying that that's the next fight, but that fight is more likely to happen than you guys want to believe in the future, of course. And then you have Amir Khan in Dubai on Carl Froch's channel today talking about how Jake Paul and Nikisa Badarian are out there in Dubai and want to have a meeting with him by the time this video comes out. I don't know what's going on. I don't know the behind the scenes thing here. I have no more access anymore. I'm in fighter mode. But what I will say is the man that Tommy Fury was supposed to fight, Darren Till, did absolutely nothing wrong here. And he had a response to what Tommy Fury said, and he's absolutely right to feel the way he does.
What's happening, everyone? I've just got to the gym now to do my sparring this morning, and I've just been shown that Tommy Fury's put up a post saying that he's not fighting because I've threatened to kick him in the head. I said I'd kick him in the head at the press conference as a mental warfare tactic.
Of course he did. No one believed it. We didn't believe it on the channel. Darren didn't believe it. He was clearly joking. I thought that was clear to everybody with a brain.
And since then, I haven't said anything else. I've been hard at work in the gym, preparing for this boxing match with him on January 18th. I said to everyone that Tommy was going to pull out regardless of anything. I knew it since the press conference, so now it's confirmed what I said. He's a shithouse, family of shithouses, and now Tommy's not fighting. I've been hard at work, boxing for 2 years. I haven't thrown a kick in 2 years. I threw one kick on a video as a mental warfare tactic.
Again, Darren's just, you don't even have to explain this to anybody. And Darren, if you're watching this, you don't have to explain a single thing. You were promoting the fight. That is what people were interested in, is your trash talk and Tommy's trash talk, or John getting out of character. Like, that was fun. And Darren killed it at that press conference. Absolutely stuck it on the Furies. Was about it, was messing with them, but he was just being himself. That's why the fight was as interesting as it was. Yeah, okay, Tommy is the name because he's, had some clout here in the influencer scene, but Darren Till is a real fighter. And I feel even worse because Darren Till is really taking this seriously. As much as myself and a lot of MMA fans have maybe been critical of Darren Till for not giving it the go in training that he potentially could because of how skilled he is, and sometimes leaving a little bit of that talent and that ability outside of the cage because he didn't necessarily maybe train as hard as he could and diet the right way and all of that. This Darren Till looks like a guy that was really motivated to fight and really was going to give it everything he had, which is why I feel even worse about this. So again, I know he's trying to explain it because you can see he's just mentally distraught here, but he has no reason to explain himself. He did everything he was supposed to do. He was doing all the things he was supposed to do. Tommy Fury, and again, whoever's advising him, just decided they didn't want to do this. They're trying to mask it with this kicking thing. It's the weakest paper, flimsy excuse I've ever heard, but it's in no way, shape, or form the real reason.
Never in a million years would I throw a head kick in a fight that is only boxing rules. I stick to the rules. I've always abided by the rules throughout my whole career. So now I've got to the gym to do my sparring this morning, 8 rounds of sparring, and Tommy Fury's pulled out. Tommy Fury, you are the biggest shithouse I have ever come across. You are not a man.
And yeah, I mean, it's hard to disagree with him there. And he also followed that up with another message here on Twitter. And I want to read you guys this because this is why it affects everybody on this card. Not just Tommy, but Darren, me. God knows what's going on with HS. I might be in the same situation as Darren Till here. I have no idea what the f*** is happening there. But let's read what Darren Till was talking about and why this is a big deal and affects everyone. And Tommy Fury just flipping the bird to every single person on this card and everybody promoting this card and everybody at Misfits and really everybody involved at the zone and everybody else just going, nah, I don't want it after that kind of excuse. Again, Tommy's injured. If he just decided he did not want to fight, I would respect that more than bringing up an excuse that clearly no one believes. And again, using that excuse to affect everybody on this card. Let's read this. Darren says, just so everybody knows and is clear, Tommy Fury was the A side of this event, which means he was getting paid more money and gets to call the shots over me, which is rightfully so. He's the boxer, he's the bigger name. So if this is the case, he could not fight me and still fight someone else. That is what I'm talking about. If Tommy Fury wanted to fight on this event, he could simply ask if he could fight someone else, or they could try to work that deal out. And again, that would be awful to Darren Till. And it would be a scumbag move there as well. But that's exactly what I mean. Tommy, by doing what he's done or saying what he said, has put us all in a state of flux. He is kind of the A side of this thing, and him and Darren are the big draw. Because I'm not under any delusions that myself, HS, or anybody else is a bigger draw than those guys in the main event. That's not the truth. But by doing this and calling the shot to just go, nah, here's this lame-ass excuse, and I'm not only fighting Darren Till, I'm not fighting on this card. He puts the whole thing in, I don't know, a spot that's just unsure. We still have some time before we get there, but I'm sitting here just as confused as Darren Till is and as confused as you guys are about what really happens next. He said, that's not what's happening. Tommy's pulled out and I'm main eventing on that date. Now I'm the A side and I call the shot. Opponent being found as we speak. I've always abided by the rules of fighting my whole life. I was building the fight with Tommy, saying things I knew he would shit himself from, because I know deep down he's not a real fighting man. And now it's come to fruition. What I said is true. He has pulled out and shown his true colors. I'll see you all January 18th, because no matter what, I will be there, as I always have been. I will show up and always will show up for the fans, whether you like me or not. Someone please find John Fury for me, because he's not answering the phone. Probably butting young coaches again or punching glass, pig's eyes. That's another thing. John Fury, the guy that, yes, I mean, let's be honest, advises Tommy, is worried about Tommy getting kicked in the head while he's out at Tyson Fury fights, headbutting people, punching glass in front of KSI and spitting on people. Like, get out of here, man. Just complete garbage and phony excuses. So listen, as we sit here, today is, what is the date? I don't even know, man. I'm so locked in with everything I'm doing that I don't even know the date. It's Friday, December 6th. We have probably 4 or 5 weeks or so, 43 days until this fight card. And as I sit here right now, I genuinely don't know what's about to happen. I don't know who they're going to give Darren Till. It seems like he's going to stay on the card. I don't know what that means for me. I don't even know if HS is fighting. That's what's crazy, because I don't know what's happening with this whole police thing and him apparently hitting and running. I found out now exactly what it is. He apparently wrecked his car that apparently wasn't even his, and then left his homeboy on the side of the road, hit another person, I think hurt them, and then dipset bird ganged to Dubai. So I don't even know if he's going to be at the fights. I mean, HS, if you can get it sorted, I'm here. Like, I'm not going nowhere, so get your stuff sorted and let's do this. But I don't know even what that entails. As far as I know, that it's still up in the air there. But I'm training as if HS is going to be there, as if this card is still going to be a banger, and just controlling what I can control. But I'm training for HS. I'm training for that fight. And I will show up, and I'm doing my end of the bargain. Honestly, reading this message from Darren Till and hearing him talk, it motivates me even more to want to, you know, not let you guys down. And more so than that, I know it sounds cheesy, but prove myself right. I'm in this thing to win this thing. I will hopefully see you guys on January 18th. But as of right now, I had to get you guys this news. I just think Tommy is moving wrong here. And again, whoever's advising him is probably doing it to a detriment. That's just one man's opinion. I have no idea what happens next. As far as Darren Till is concerned, who's the next opponent? I can't even begin to think. I'm hearing a bunch of people call him out online. Billy Joe Saunders is saying he wants a piece. Our guy, Anthony Taylor, is always talking about it. I legitimately have no idea, but I'll keep you guys posted. I know I'm not putting as many videos out right now, but I'm really trying to, with the work I'm doing. I'm training twice a day. I'm doing a lot, so bear with me. We're going to get there day by day, step by step, and just putting in the hard work. Appreciate you guys. What happens next for this card, for me, for Darren Till, for January 18th? I don't have those answers, truly, but I guess we'll find out.